Bienvenidos de vuelta, welcome back. Me llamo Slim, my name is Glostlyn. As you see up there, como ven ahí arriba, estamos intentando terminar el evento de Infinity Nikki, nos quedan pocas horas. We're trying to finish the Infinity Nikki event. We only have some hours to finish this. Así que con eso dicho el escritorio, with the set to the desktop. Oh, maybe it was... No, never mind. Pasa bien algo ahí arriba. I guess I'll try to avoid using the super because it may break the game, so better not to even attempt it. Glostlyn va a intentar no usar el super de nuestro ataque porque a veces se tranca el game y mejor no hacerlo si podemos evitarlo. Oh no, I don't like this. Okay, it was easy for a change. Estuvo fácil para variar.
So it's been you all along. Cooline. This time you won't get away.
I'm searching for stuff because if there's a stuff to be collected, we should get it on the first try because we are probably never going to do this again. Me fijo bien cosas que levantar porque obviamente es mejor sacarlo de una vez porque es muy probable que no volvamos a hacer esto nunca más en la vida, así que... The water is rising up. Can I get on top of that? Wait. I guess.
Taste my fist!
Too high? No. Maybe you can... No, you can't. What is that? Mm. I guess we have to use this because I messed it up. Supongo que la ruina y tengo que hacer mi traje fancy. It shouldn't be that deep, but just in case. Wait. Maybe I have to use it here. I can't. Huh. Oh, weird. Well, I guess it's not deep enough. Well, good thing they increased the deepness. Más bien que le aumentaron la qué tan profundo puedes meterte bajo el agua. Why not? It seems like now, as long as you don't reach near your neck, you're fine. Parece que ahora si no es más profundo que tu cuello, estás bien. It seems like this time there's no collectibles here. Parece que no hay nada que recolectar aparte de las moneditas. Oh. Sí, por eso. Capaz lo quitaron para que la gente no se estrese consiguiendo cosas. Yeah, maybe they changed it so people wouldn't get stressed by looking at stuff while you're trying to do the mission. Maybe. No! I was not paying attention to the road. Troll, now we have to do that again. Bueno, nota mental, por mirar a los bordes buscando algo, no me fijé el camino. Okay, now first look at the path, the tracks, and then focus on whatever else. Oh, the momentum pushes you in a weird way. No wonder I fell down. What is that? Te empuja raro el momento, por eso no pude saltar bien hace rato. Yep. Yeah, really. Seems like there's nothing to collect. Oh.
Colleen, you've got nowhere left to run.
Tell us where the fabric is, or do you want to taste my fist again?
Finally, we've got you. Your Threadstar goons have been so cruel to the PCs. Now it's time for you to pay. Spill it! How did you poison everyone? And how did you steal the suitcase? The entire time the suitcase had been stolen, you were with Tommy and Pommy.
Right! Spill it! How'd you pull it off?
Nikki, we've been tricked. Those rascals actually dared to come after us, and they even injured Julie.
What? Julie is still alive. No way. But the suitcase thief is here, so who's going to attack Madame Julie? You've got accomplices, don't you? You're not the only Threadstar remnants hiding throughout the Ripple estate. Please don't panic. Madame Julie's only injured. Let's get back to the village.
As for you and your accomplice, shh, shh, neither of you are getting away.
I thought that was going to be the end of it, but no. Pensé que ahí iba a ser el final del asunto, pero no, sigue.
Stitching, stitching, endless stitching. Ugh, if only I'd already perfected the immortal fabric.
Immortal fabric? What a crazy idea. I like it, but I don't think I'll be needing it. This little wound won't leave a single stitch mark.
Julie! Madame Julie, are you all right?
Do not worry, my dear. If you ask where I was hurting the most, I would have to say not being able to use the strongest detergent for a while was truly heartbreaking.
You always make it sound so easy. What exactly happened? Who did this?
I'd have to say I was pretty lucky, if it weren't for my friend over there.
Her again? Madame Julie, are you saying that she attacked you?
She saved my life, dear.
Earlier, a swarm of S-lings suddenly appeared in the village. Julie said they were after her. She told our leader to protect the others, then drove the S-lings away. Then, there was some sudden commotion that shook the windows open. I quickly floated over and saw Julie injured, with this PC lying beside her.
Even I couldn't see exactly what happened. Luckily, she was fast and agile. She suddenly darted out from nowhere and pushed me out of the way. Thank you very much, my dear friend.
She actually saved Madame Julie. We never even got the chance to speak with her properly. Who is she really? And what is she trying to do? Gordon, is she badly hurt? Can you fix her?
Of course! Thanks to Julie's Floragel cloth, but...
Nikki, I think she wants to say something.
Chase them!
Hello? What do you mean? Who? Don't worry, take your time. You're safe here.
Leah.
Leah? Leora, could it be that she suddenly leapt at you because she sensed Leah's presence? But how would she even know Leah? Could it be? Small flower braids in rose.
The dreaming child with secrets glows.
Wind blows soft on the ridge, sending our sorrows off the bridge.
Leah.
She seems calmer now. I'll try playing this lullaby on the violin. Hopefully, she can rest peacefully in the music and dream without any pain.
They really should let you use any instrument, if you ask me. Deberías poder usar cualquier instrumento y no solo el violín, ¿eh? Yeah, I should change that. instead of this. How you do this thing? Oh. Oh, they made it automatic. That's good. Han hecho que sea automático lo que cambia de escala. Buena cosa. That's certainly easier.
She's so much calmer. That's wonderful. Nikki, she's sleeping soundly. Gordon can start examining and repairing her now.
This is just unbelievable. Even I never thought something like this could happen.
What is it? Did you discover something?
This patchy PC. This is utterly mad. I'm still checking, but... Yes, every single piece of fabric on her body comes from the body of a different PC.
That's just like the Threadstar costumes!
Leora has a patch from Leah, so she has Leah's memories. With all of those patches, this PC... She must always be dreaming noisy, chaotic dreams, pulled in all directions by countless voices. Sometimes she might suddenly forget who she is, or why she even came here. No wonder she sometimes seems like a completely different PC. The reason she often talks to herself and struggles to connect with others is that her mind is confused and lost. But why would she do this? Or was she made this way by someone else?
This is so bizarre. I'm afraid we won't figure it out until she wakes up.
And the attack. Only she might have seen the attacker.
Speaking of the attack, that pocket watch she's wearing seems broken. It's stuck at 11:18. Could that be the time of the attack?
That watch stopped long ago. I took it apart while checking. It's full of dust, and the gears are all stuck together.
Then why would she still wear it?
Why, indeed. I'll try removing all her patches so there'll be fewer voices inside her. Then you can talk to her original self without all the noise. This will be such an exciting experiment.
This guy is super happy. Super feliz el bichín ese. Yeah. We have to go all the way to the other side of the universe. Aquí al otro del universo. I mean, I like that we have that, but it's annoying to having to go there all the time. Me gusta que tengamos ese tablero, pero en serio que es molesto estar yendo cada rato ahí, ¿eh?
When we found out Madame Julie faked her death and finally caught the suitcase thief, I thought we'd have this case all wrapped up. I didn't expect another PC would try to assassinate Madame Julie. Luckily, that mysterious patchy PC was there, or things could have gone really wrong.
Yeah. Even though we still don't know who she really is, or why she's doing all this, we definitely owe her our thanks.
To be honest, with everything going on, I'm feeling pretty confused right now. Detective Nikki, do you have any new ideas?
So far, we've solved the missing journal case and uncovered the truth behind the scraps of cloth in the suitcase. Madame Julie and Leora worked together to fake her death. But so many cases remain unsolved. We never managed to catch who poisoned the Dawn's first light detergent. But now the evidence might be pointing to Colleen being the culprit.
She's the owner of the detergent bar, right? Hasn't she been researching the detergent industry at the Ripple Estate? She probably figured out the secret formula for Super Duper Palmed a while ago with all that digging.
And since she knows more about detergents than most PCs, this poisoning method wouldn't be hard for her. And there's more. We tracked the suitcase and ended up at Colleen, but she didn't actually steal the suitcase. The real thief is probably an accomplice of hers who's still hiding in the shadows.
Look at her, with that top hat and bow tie. I thought she was just a cold but decent PC. Turns out she's a major troublemaker.
Luckily, with Gordon's reagent and help from Leora and Raggy, we managed to trap her. Otherwise, she would have run off with the suitcase into the abandoned district. Why is she so desperate to move the fabric inside? What's her goal? And there's more. If it weren't for Madame Julie and Leora stepping in, we would have never known that all of this connects back to the Thread Star from hundreds of years ago.
Using PCs to... It's too cruel. I can barely say it out loud. Such a heartless company.
Even though the Kingdom Guard's Operation Starstrike was a huge success, Thread Star somehow rose again. Not only cruel, but also cunning. They're preparing the Golden Vision. Maybe it's connected to Madame Julie's assassination. At least we caught Colleen, found out she's part of Thread Star's remnants, and know she definitely has an accomplice. They're the ones who attacked Madame Julie. She needed help to pull off the suitcase theft. Her alibi back then was just a trick. We underestimated her.
Ugh, one PC did the poisoning, the other one stole the suitcase, and they worked together so smoothly. They almost fooled us. Detective Nikki, who do you think stole the suitcase?
Based on our findings, Tommy was held up by Colleen, and Betty was unconscious. Neither had time to steal it. Leora is Madame Julie's friend. She wouldn't steal it. And Mr. Leon had hallucinations near the scene and had multiple eyewitnesses confirm his innocence. So no suspects there either.
But Colleen didn't have any time either. That only leaves the Patchy PC, right? But she was the one who saved Madame Julie.
I'm a bit confused now. We must have missed some key information. It seems like the Patchy PC's identity and motive might be the key to all this. Let's hope the truth comes out when she finally wakes up.
Next time, in Infinity Nikki, Tales from the Past.
Wonder how the Patchy PC's doing. Nikki, let's head to Prosperville to check on her and Madame Julie.
¿Qué será lo que nos espera en esta historia del pasado? Próximamente en Infinity Nikki. I mean, it's cool, but it would have been better if there was a voice like that, saying that, right? Está bueno, pero hubiera sido mejor que haya una voz, un narrador diciendo eso, ¿eh? Yeah, those black screen messages go by super fast anyways. Muy rápidos pasan esos mensajes en la pantalla negra, ¿eh?
So that was you?
I just told the guards what's happening. Thread Star's gaining momentum, but I was careless.
Leora, and that Patchy PC lady, what are you trying to say?
Hello, Kingdom Guards. I'm Scarlet the Seeker, former Kingdom Guard reporting in.
Miss Scarlet was a member of the Kingdom Guards. She's the one who uncovered Threadstar's plot, leading to Operation Starstrike. Also, she's Leah's mother. What? What are you talking about?
Let me explain. I discovered Threadstar's conspiracy all because of Leah. Leah was my daughter, a lovely girl. Unfortunately, she was sick and left me too soon. I always kept her little clothes by my bed, pretending she never left. I missed her dearly. Then one day, her clothes disappeared. A tiny PC appeared in their place. She turned to me and called me Mama. I thought this PC was a blessing from the gods, so I called her Leah. I cared for her fabric, we played, and I sang Leah's favorite song, Small Flower Braids in Row.
Okay, skips.
Happy days. I always slept with a smile on my face. Until she vanished too. Gone without a trace, like she never existed. I looked everywhere, but never found her. So I started investigating all the cases of missing PCs, hoping to find a clue. That's when I noticed the Red Star. The Kingdom Guards took it seriously, and Operation Star Strike succeeded. Red Star was seemingly gone, but I still wasn't able to find my dear Leah. No matter where I looked, I never saw her again. Later, I left the guards and died alone, still searching for my baby girl. I was then reborn as a PC. This broken pocket watch stopped exactly at the time Leah left. I wear it always. I swore on it. Whether whole or broken, whether it takes a day or 100 years, I will find my Leah. After a while, I began sewing pieces of the victim PCs onto myself, piecing together their memories to find the truth.
Oh, that was on purpose. Crazy. Lo hizo a propósito, qué loco.
I've followed those memories ever since.
The Red Star kidnapped Leah and turned her into... That's why you were so emotional seeing Leora. You were sensing Leah.
Yes, those memories confused my mind, but I will never forget Leah's presence. Leah, my little Leah. I miss you so much.
Wind blows soft on the ridge, sending our sorrows off the bridge. Leah knows your voice.
I know. I followed Benny here because I suspected that over the decades, he's been helping Threadstar pick kidnapping targets.
Wait, so you think Benny is a member of Threadstar? That's why you attacked him?
Attack? I did chase him, but I didn't succeed.
How come?
What a liar. Benny wasn't at the fermentation zone his first day at the estate. I found him there, but that was early on the second morning.
Wait, that's the day after the first poisoning case. A whole entire day after Benny claimed he was attacked.
His first day hiding in the estate, I couldn't follow him inside. The next day, I followed him to the fermentation zone, trying to catch him. I was distracted by a noise, probably one of his accomplices. He escaped, and I wasn't able to attack him.
The so-called attack was just a setup. I understand now. We need to catch Benny quickly. Don't worry. Gordon asked Jenny to keep him locked up. Both he and Colleen have already been detained.
Unfortunately, the PC who attacked Julie used some forbidden power to strike from a distance. I didn't see them, so I can't be sure if it was Benny.
That's okay. You get some rest. I'll take it from here. I'm heading back to Ripple Estate to have a talk with them.
All the way there. It's probably on the other one, but it is better to jump, as I said. Probablemente es en el otro teleporto, pero es mejor saltar desde arriba, la verdad. Así no hacemos doble teleporto. So, yeah, we had to jump. Filthy cats. Esos gatos cochinos.
Benny and Colleen are held in 2 nearby knock-knock cells. It also looks like the others found these shredded fabrics on Colleen, but she won't explain why she stole the suitcase. As for Benny, I have yet to see him. I heard he's insisting on his innocence and begging to leave the abandoned district.
Suspecting an old friend must feel awful. Leora, if you ever need to talk, I'll be here for you.
It's okay, Miss Nikki. After hearing about Miss Scarlet's investigation, I had some doubts about Benny. After all, if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have started renting costumes from Threadstar.
Huh? Didn't you start to suspect him when Threadstar got into trouble?
Threadstar was popular then, and their custom stage costumes were in high demand. Benny was a perfectionist and wanted me to rent a magical costume to boost my influence. It wasn't that strange to me. So just like I never told Juliet about these things, I never told Benny I was investigating Threadstar either. But I never expected to run into him here, right when we were tracking down Threadstar's remnants.
Returning to the abandoned district after a long time, and running into so many accidents, it's hard not to be suspicious.
Indeed. I've been afraid to face him because I'm worried I might get a bad answer.
Leora, were you close to Benny in the past?
Close? Yes, I suppose. As my agent, even though he was treated differently because of his facial scar, he always did his best to shield me from unwanted gatherings and fought for me to have more opportunities. I appreciated him.
Benny said the scar was an old injury. Did he get it back then?
No, it was even earlier. He was born from a torn piece of clothing. The owner of the clothing was a struggling actor who had an accident. It happened during a very dangerous performance. Both he and the costume were left with a permanent scar, and his dreams shattered. When I met Benny, he never really spoke about it, but kept washing himself and tidying the house, as if trying to repair every broken piece of his life.
The pain from that accident, just like that scar, never faded from Benny's heart.
Maybe because of this, he was a perfectionist and very strict with me, demanding I be a perfect star in everything I did. But he also cared for me a lot, like an older brother, ironing out every crease in my costume and making sure to tidy up my messy dressing table. At every performance, he stood backstage, applauded me, and gave me a bouquet of flowers. He wanted the spotlight on me even more than I did, as if the light could also heal his scars. Sorry for rambling. The most important thing to do now is to figure out what they're hiding. I think we can start by questioning him. If what I know about him isn't entirely based on lies, then he's not someone who's good at keeping secrets.
All right, leave it to me. Momo, let's go ask Benny some questions.
You again? Detectives. Is it my turn to be treated like a suspect now?
Why not? ¿Por qué no?
This is just a routine inquiry in the investigation, Benny. If you're truly innocent, I recommend that you cooperate fully and answer my questions seriously. Where were you when we were chasing Colleen in the Ripple wine cellar? Were you her accomplice in stealing the suitcase? If you have nothing to hide, why were you in such a hurry to pack and escape?
I had no idea you were chasing Colleen. How would I even know where I was at the time? As for stealing the suitcase, wasn't that after I was knocked out? I was hit by that jittery, patchy PC as soon as I arrived. How could I have had time to steal anything?
Okay, we have that.
Benny, I'm afraid that what you don't know is that we've already spoken with that patchy PC you mentioned.
What? That's impossible. That thing can't even form a complete sentence. How could you possibly...
Ms. Scarlet has finally regained her senses. She's not some evil PC like you tried to frame her as. In fact, it's the opposite. You're the suspect, and that's why she's been chasing you all along. According to her testimony, your alibi doesn't hold up. In truth, all that evidence was a lie you and Colleen came up with, wasn't it? If I deduced correctly, your arrival time in the abandoned district is accurate. Wendy can confirm that much, so you couldn't have faked it. But everything after that? Completely fabricated. The day you arrived, you went straight to the Ripple estate to meet up with Colleen and set your plan to steal the suitcase.
Colleen poisoned the detergent, and you stole the suitcase. She poisoned herself so she wouldn't be a suspect for the suitcase theft.
Exactly. After stealing it, you left the estate and met with Colleen in the fermentation zone. She always said she had a habit of doing her research at night. But once you left the estate grounds, Ms. Scarlet spotted you again. Thanks to Colleen's help, you managed to escape. After that, the two of you chose to stage a fake attack scene to frame Ms. Scarlet. That way, everyone at the estate would be on guard against her. She couldn't keep following you in the estate, and you had your unconscious all-day alibi.
Now I get it. Even though Colleen and Pommy found you together the day before, the only one who claimed to have seen you unconscious there was Colleen herself.
In reality, you never went to the fermentation zone that first day. Colleen brought Pommy to find you on purpose, making her testimony seem credible.
That's quite a clever conclusion. But sorry, I'm just a failed talent scout. I don't get all the twists of this case, and I'm not interested in your detective games. I have no idea why that lunatic PC suddenly started spouting all this. The only thing I know is that she kept chasing and attacking me, and caused me a lot of trouble. If you insist on believing that maniac and refuse to believe me, well then, I've got nothing more to say. Suit yourselves.
What do we do, Nikki? He still won't confess. If he keeps insisting Miss Scarlet is lying, we can't really prove otherwise.
I would rather believe Ms. Scarlet's testimony, but with both sides telling a different story, we can't use this as evidence to convince Benny. Let's talk to Colleen again. If we can prove she gave Benny false testimony, we can completely shatter their lies.
Yeah, that was anticlimactic. Eso fue anticlimático que de pronto nos salimos del modo ese, ¿eh?
So, now you've sent a human and this little yellow furball. I'm not in the mood to talk.
But we are. Pero nosotros sí.
Colleen, refusing to talk won't help. Since you had the guts to steal Madame Julie's suitcase, you should have been prepared for the truth to eventually reveal itself. Since things have progressed this far, you might as well cooperate and tell us your reasoning for stealing the suitcase. You're so gentle with the birds, so why stay loyal to a cruel organization like Threadstar?
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I did...
Got red-handed, searched, and still spouting nonsense?
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal anything. Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them.
Evidence.
You just show me this random garbage and you expect me to talk? Ridiculous. Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them.
Wait. What else do we have? Nope. This?
You just show me this random garbage. Little birds, Threadstar. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy? She delayed her trip. What does that have to do with me? Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety.
There you go.
Those scraps were found in your possession. Still going to deny it?
Just some cloth scraps. I use them to test detergents. What? Is there a rule against bringing your own scraps to Ripple Estate?
If they were really just scraps for testing detergent, why did you keep carrying them while running away? Even when you were cornered, you still wouldn't let them go.
I'm a professional detergent bar owner. I have my reasons.
Roll.
Besides, you suddenly chased me. I didn't have time to think about what I was carrying. If you can't prove where these scraps came from, stop wasting my time.
This thing?
I hate repeating myself. If you can't prove where these scraps came from, stop wasting my time.
What is this? This maybe?
Colleen, does this piece look familiar? We found it near Madame Julie's suitcase at Golden Fields. The one you didn't manage to take. If we compare this piece with the scraps we found on you, it will prove they're the same fabric. Or do you need to see a lab report before you'll admit it?
I actually left a piece behind.
Looks like you just admitted to being the suitcase thief. Now, one more question. Benny was your accomplice, wasn't he? His so-called coma was just your cover. He was never attacked at all, was he?
And what does it matter if I am the suitcase thief? Give it up. I'll never tell you anything else.
She's so arrogant! My claws are itching!
Indeed.
And what does it matter if I am the suit? As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here, and I'd never bother faking evidence for him. That total neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him, let alone go out of my way to help him.
We have the scissors. It could be that one. Puede ser ese. This?
Why bother asking? That total neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him, let alone go out of my way to help him.
She's so arrogant!
That total neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here. And I'd never bother faking evidence for him.
Maybe here? Ahí capaz.
Why bother asking?
We messed it up. She's super hard. Está super dura la cosita esta.
So, now you've sent a human.
Colleen, refusing to talk won't help. Since things have
Well, at
progressed
least you
this
can try
far,
again.
you might as well cooperate and tell us your reasoning for stealing the suitcase.
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared. Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy. She delayed her trip. What does that... Little birds, threads... Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal anything.
Those scraps were found in your...
Just some cloth scraps.
If they were really just scraps for testing detergent...
I'm a professional detergent bar owner. I have my reasons. Besides, you suddenly chased me. I didn't have... If you can't prove where these scraps came from, stop wasting my time.
So Momo shows up because that's the right one. Aparece el Momo ahí arriba para ayudarte diciéndote, ahí es donde tienes que poner la evidencia. Because we failed.
Colleen,
Porque
does
fallamos.
this piece look familiar? If we compare this piece with the scraps we found on you, it...
I actually left.
Looks like you just admitted to being the Benny was
All
your
right.
accomplice.
Here we go.
And what does it matter if I am the suitcase thief? Give it up. I'll never tell you anything else. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here. And I'd never bother faking evidence for him. That total neat freak.
Yeah, I knew
As
it
for
was
Benny,
here, but
I'd never seen him before I came here.
we
and
have
I'd
to
never
show that they
bother
know
faking
each other.
evidence for him.
Maybe this?
Benny's notes say he often visits the Nightshade Lounge. The very one you own, Colleen. He even pays monthly tabs.
I didn't read anything like that in there. Translation issue, I guess. Problema de traducción, supongo.
A hands-on bar owner that goes as far as to personally test detergents, and even carries around test fabric scraps just in case. And yet you claim to never have met someone who's obviously a regular customer of theirs. What a liar.
Oh yes, I remember reading something like that, but not in that particular document. Me acuerdo haber leído algo así en algún lugar, pero no era ese documento específico.
That fool! Of all the things, how could he drop this page? Stupid. Utterly stupid.
It's over, Colleen. No denying it now. You and Benny were a team, poisoning the Dawn's first light detergent just to steal that suitcase. Why? What is this golden vision? Why kidnap so many PCs? Why target Madame Julie? Don't you think enough PCs died already? Colleen, it's not too late. Tell us the truth, and we can stop more PCs from being lost.
Fine, I do know Benny. But just like you said, it's nothing more than a bar owner and a regular. I'd never risk faking evidence for a customer. And even if he came fairly often, I never liked that man. What a pretentious fool.
What do we do, Nikki? This is the most stubborn PC I've ever seen. She's still not telling us anything.
If she refuses to talk, we have no way to keep investigating. Momo, we need to find a flaw in her collaboration with Benny. Maybe we can start from here.
Benny's diary. Details when they found Benny.
I've got it! Colleen, could you please describe the state you found Benny in for us? If you are both telling the truth about what happened, both of your stories should match perfectly, right?
Didn't I already explain when I brought that PC back? Oh, you know I hate repeating myself.
I don't just want the broad story, I need the details. For example, what was the weather like that day? What scent of detergent did the fermentation zone smell like? And what condition was Benny in? Come on, Colleen. Answer these few questions and I won't bother you anymore.
Fine. That early morning. Actually, the very morning of the dawn's first light chaos, I went to check the fermentation zone and saw Buttonfoot and a white glove coming from the wooden barrel house. The weather was just normal. The air carried the scent of aroma lily, which gave me a headache. As for Benny, I thought he was just a worker resting, so I didn't pay much attention. I had no idea it was him.
Then the next day, you brought Palmy with you, and he was still there. Palmy checked, and that's when you realized it was Benny, knocked out from the attack?
Correct. But you already know that, don't you? The morning after the poisoning incident, the weather was fine, and the air smelled of flight fruit. He was lying in the exact same spot, still unconscious. Just one blow to the back of the head, and he's out that long. How pathetic.
How do you know it wasn't the back of the head?
Now, is that enough? Don't bother me anymore.
Hey.
Come on, is this ever going?
Benny, we have one final question. If you can answer it honestly, then maybe you can go home sooner. Please describe your experience of being attacked and knocked out, and when Colleen and Palmy found you. What was the weather like that day? What scent of detergent did the fermentation zone smell like? What condition were you in?
Oh, questions. Why so many questions? I already told you. I arrived that very morning when the Dawn's first light incident happened. It was still dark when I reached the estate. I got lost for a while before I found the fermentation zone, and then ran into that sneaky PC. As for the weather, it was pitch dark. Who knows what the weather was like? The scent? Probably something like wool fruit. I was really tired at the time. I just wanted to ask for directions.
She said morning, right? Or afternoon? That one?
Is that all true? Because that's not at all what Colleen said. Take a closer look. Her account of the first time she saw you doesn't match yours at all.
What? It should match. I was just lying there unconscious and...
You noticed too, right? She said the fermentation zone smelled of aroma lily, but you said wool fruit. If I didn't know any better, I'd say one of you wasn't there.
I just got it wrong. It was a mistake.
Benny, don't you think it's a bit too late to change your story and say the scent was aroma lily? Aroma lily's smell is so distinct. No one would believe your side of the story now. The fermentation zone always starts releasing the scent of that day's ingredients after 3 a.m., but you and Colleen described completely different smells. If you're not lying, then how do you explain that?
No, I just made a mistake. I didn't... No, I never smelled anything. You pressured me into saying something, so I just blurted it out. Wait, I remember. I remember now. It wasn't past 3 a.m. when I arrived. I got to the abandoned district by 2 a.m., so I wasn't lost that long.
Maybe that.
There's no way I would be foolish enough to say what I smelled was actually aroma lily. I'm not lying. I just misremembered the facts. What you're showing me doesn't prove anything.
Yes, it does not.
Wait, I remember. I remember now. It wasn't past 3 a.m. when I arrived. I got to the abandoned district by 2 a.m., so I wasn't lost that long.
Oh, wait. He has an itinerary, right? There you go.
There's no way I would be foolish enough to say what I... Wait, I remember. I remember now. It wasn't past 3 a.m. when I arrived. I wandered a bit after that, of course, but not for long. Then I saw that crazy PC's pocket watch. It read 2:30.
Okay, that we can use. Because it is stuck, right? There, that one.
You made a huge mistake, Benny. You keep trying to frame Ms. Scarlet, but you don't know her story, or the spirit and the sheer willpower behind her pursuit. That pocket watch was broken from the start. It's forever stuck at 11:18, the time Ms. Scarlet lost her daughter.
Broken? Always broken? Lost her daughter. No, I don't understand.
Her daughter was murdered by Threadstar. You couldn't have seen 2:30 on that watch. So you're lying. Benny, I suggest you confess. It's over, Benny. Time to admit you lied.
We already know your background. You're both Threadstar's villains, sent to the abandoned district to carry out the Golden Vision, right?
This is your last chance to redeem yourself. Tell us why you stole the suitcase, and why you tried to kill Madame Julie. And stop working for Threadstar.
Come clean and we'll go easy on you. If you're honest, you'll get a lighter sentence.
No. Prison? Impossible. I have no idea what you're talking about. What Threadstar? What about killing Julie? I don't know anything. As for the scent in the pocket watch, who knows? Maybe I just misread it.
You?
You're just the type who won't cry until death's staring you right in the face.
What evidence do you have that proves I work for Threadstar? Show me! How can you verify that I helped Colleen steal the suitcase? You caught her, right? You should find the suitcase and the cloth on her. If so, then lock her up!
You're ruthless. Your ally doesn't matter to you at all?
Why should I care about what happens to her? I just want to go home already. I don't want to stay in this place for another moment! Go away, detective. Without solid evidence, don't expect to hear another word from me!
Nikki, looks like they're both refusing to cooperate. We should figure out our next move. Phew. These two are hard to deal with. They're starting to crack, but they still won't confess.
Don't lose hope, Momo. At least we know they're partners now. Benny's so-called attack probably aligns with my theory. It's just a story they made up. Threadstar must have sent a few members to the abandoned district to carry out the Golden Vision.
Well, what exactly is the Golden Vision? And why would they want to hurt Madame Julie so badly? What should we do now, Detective Nikki? Their lips are totally zipped. Not even a hint. How are we supposed to piece the story together when we have no clues at all?
Hold on. Like I've said before, no matter how perfect a crime seems, if you look closely enough, cracks will always show. Bad seeds only grow bad fruit. I doubt that we're going to get any more information from Colleen. She would rather confess to stealing the suitcase and accept being punished than tell us what really happened.
Colleen is a pretty tough cookie, you know that? I mean, even if I pulled out my razor-sharp claws, I don't think she would be fazed in the slightest. She's just that tough.
But there might still be a chance with Benny. He's desperately denying it, and he insists there isn't any evidence. But if we find solid proof, we might crack him. Unfortunately, the assassination attempt on Madame Julie has no witnesses, and it's hard to find clues from the Esslings. That route probably won't work.
Should we start with the missing suitcase case?
Yeah. If we can prove that Benny stole the suitcase during all of the detergent poisoning chaos, he won't be able to deny it. And if we can prove Benny's a member of Threadstar, identifying his motive, he probably won't have much of an argument.
Makes sense. Detective Nikki, where do you think would be the very best place to start looking for evidence? Your trusty assistant Momo is here and ready to go whenever you need me. Just...
Whether it's Threadstar or Benny, the PCs in the abandoned district might not be familiar with them. We'll probably find clues asking guests from Sichia. How about we start by talking to...
Thomas? Mr. Leon?
Mr. Leon. He was right there when the suitcase was stolen. We only discovered Gordon's false testimony thanks to his statement. Maybe he can tell us more details about the theft.
Alright, let's get going. With Nikki on the case, we've got this.
Okay, let's do this quickly, I think. No. What did we reach it last time? Never mind, teleport.
This world is even sadder than the drapes at the Backwater Theater. My passion has burned here for 20 years, yet it still can't light up your blinded eyes.
Are those lines from the performance you were rehearsing before?
Kindred spirit! Through your eyes, I finally see the reflection of true art. Miss Nikki, Mr. Momo, you've finally come to enjoy this one-man show.
We're not exactly free just this minute.
Mr. Leon, we have some other questions for you. Did you see Benny near the suitcase storage area before or after the poisoning that day?
Benny? No, I didn't see him. Why? Do you think he was the one who stole the suitcase? He doesn't honestly think that a few scraps of cloth will cover that broken face of his and hide his shameful past, does he?
You seem to know Benny's past well.
Why, certainly. This story begins with my glorious yet very lonesome past.
No need to be too detailed.
How can this shabby set ever be worthy of a stage that tells the truth? Near Barrel Grove, I will perform for you a play about the past.
Nikki, what do we do now? Should we ask the other PCs?
Let's just wait for him.
Since Mr. Leon invited us, he might have some important clues. Let's go wait for him near Barrel Grove.
And that will be... I guess there. Why does this guy have to be so dramatic? ¿Por qué tiene que ser tan dramático el tipín este? I know it's up there.
You're here. At last. Eyes untainted by worldly concerns. Witness to this centuries-delayed crowning of art. A boy more fragile than an unfinished script. When he arrived in Sicia, his dreams were even bigger than the city. Even though he had already become a piece of living art, that era of foolishness trailed behind his shadow. On snowy nights, his monologues put the basement's hairband slugs to sleep. The applause that should have followed, lost along their way. Until one day, a kind gentleman gave him a gift, powerful enough to shake the world, whispering, "Wear it, wear it." He knew everything has a price. Nightmares, pain, reminding him of their existence. He went back to perform the fool's submission again and again, in hopes to awakening this ignorant era. But he fell, forever left upon the platform leading to his dreams.
Could that man be from Threadstar? Ugh. So they used everyone's dreams and it cost your life. But, what does this have to do with Benny?
Dear audience, don't be like those who know nothing of art, ready to tear away fate's every secret. Intermission time! Shall we have a little preview of Act 2? Look at you, such furious faces. Surely you've seen through the gods' twisted little trick. Such pitiful jealousy, too afraid to let the true starlight fall upon me.
23 years of crime. 100 years of prison and forced labor. Including the agent of Cersei. Huh.
Sending that evil messenger, Benny, with fake generosity and kindness, politely selling costumes to me, all secretly marked with the price of downfall.
I mean, Benny was Cersei's only agent. I never suspected that he could possibly be one of the culprits behind selling all those stage costumes. This is truly shocking. And now it's clear. He really is connected to Threadstar.
This is exactly the evidence we're looking for. Mr. Leon, thank you for your help. I never expected that you too were hurt by Threadstar, and never got to perform your solo show.
It's fine, it's fine. Every step on stage I make now is rehearsal. All in preparation for the full submission. Just wait and see. The boy who fell on the platform will be back, carrying all the scripts rejected, to expose this fake world.
Nikki, can we finally take down Benny now? Let's expose Threadstar's whole scheme and reveal the truth behind everything they've been hiding.
This suggests a link between Benny and Threadstar, but we'll still need solid proof that he's the one who stole the suitcase if we want to expose his secrets.
But no one suspected Benny when we investigated the suitcase theft case before. Where do you think we should start digging from here?
Ha! Miss Nikki. There were plenty of audience members obediently seated under the stage that day. Why not go ask them?
You mean... Oh, right! We questioned Squeaky and Belford, but we got caught up with running around. We haven't even interviewed Leora yet. Maybe she'll link Benny to stealing the suitcase.
Then what are we waiting for? Come on, let's find Leora and ask her.
Okay, and she's down there apparently. Yeah.
I think I was here. And then... Leora, are you recalling what happened the day the suitcase was stolen?
Miss Nikki, yes. While you were all busy with the questioning, I just stood by doing nothing. I felt so ashamed. I thought that if I could recall some overlooked details, maybe I could help.
That's fine. In fact, we were thinking the same thing. We came to hear more about that day in detail.
Of course. As always, the first to receive the dawn's first light that morning were the on-duty staff, so they would be able to quickly return to their posts. After I applied it and was about to head back, I noticed some staff were already showing symptoms. I had a bad feeling, so I ran here, hoping to meet Gordon. When I arrived, I saw Squeaky pressing juice there. She's usually really energetic, but at that moment she seemed unusually agitated.
If you say so, it really sounds like she must have already been hallucinating back then. She was talking about flying fruits, runaway bags, all sorts of impossible things.
At the same time, I saw Belford approaching. He carried a bunch of detergents, but was already unsteady.
It sounds like Belford was about to hallucinate too.
I wanted to help him, but I quickly started to feel dizzy myself, stumbling and bumping into him. Lots of detergent spilled. The smell was strong.
Oh, this must be the fragrant fireworks Belford told us about. What then?
And I started hallucinating too. I can only remember some fragments. A yellow bullcat with 2 blue-purple horns, wearing a blue-purple jewel on his neck. Well, I thought the bullcat might charge. While dodging it, I bumped into a sack, and I think I may have cracked it.
Do you think that Bullcat could be Belford? I remember his yellow hat having 2 blue-purple patterns. Just a thought.
That's a possibility. Then suddenly I heard a loud shout ring out.
You'd rather have perfect wheat fields than accept the Barrisant I bring!
Something like that.
That has to be Mr. Leon. I think your version of this line is better than his original.
That was him. I was startled then. I saw the bullcat run away, felt danger was coming, and left quickly.
It looks to me like both you and Squeaky were scared off by Mr. Leon's shout.
When I came to my senses, I was at a remote water spot, soaked through, and there was no one nearby.
So that's what happened. We met the other witnesses Leora mentioned to us, but I can't shake the feeling that something is off. There should have been one more PC there, the thief. They couldn't have disappeared without a trace. But what exactly feels wrong?
Don't rush things, Miss Nikki.
Maybe we can simulate an interrogation. Treat me like a suspect. Find any inconsistencies in my story. Maybe the truth is hiding in plain sight.
Oh,
Great idea. We should get started.
qué loco. Okay, but let's finish the video there. Sleeping cat. Cochino gato, caramba. Así que si están viendo esto desde YouTube y les gustó lo que vieron, recuerden ponerle like, comentar, suscribirse para más videos y mejor aún pasen por el directo como estamos ahora. Para compartir sus momentos con nosotros, el link estará abajo en la description. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like what you saw, remember to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, or even better, comment stream to share as like we're doing right now. Link will be in the description. Así que sin nada más que decir, digo final del video. Me end of the video.